Tonight in Australia, horror and heroism. Thousands running for their lives down Sydney's famous Bondi Beach. As police say, two shooters, a father and son, opened fire with long guns on a Jewish community event celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. At least 15 people were killed, including a 10-year-old girl and a Holocaust survivor, and around 40 more wounded in what authorities say was a targeted terrorist attack.
Now on Eyewitness News at 8, I'm Liz Nagy alongside Jory Rand. We are following some serious breaking news out of Stockton, California, where police say multiple people have been shot. The ABC affiliate in the area says 4 people are dead and more than 10 people have been shot in a shooting at a family gathering.
The latest in the line of mass shootings in our country, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office has not provided any other information yet about the circumstances or the gunman, but Governor Newsom has been briefed on this situation. Stockton has a history with mass shootings. In fact, there was a time when Stockton was home to the worst secondary school mass shooting in America until Columbine. It was 1989, a mass shooting at Cleveland Elementary School. 5 school children were killed, 31 others were shot. The gunman turned his weapon on himself, killed himself, but Stockton was home to one of the most notorious school shootings before it was really a thing in the United States. And then Columbine came along 10 years later, and assault weapon ban expired, and we've seen what has happened in the interim since that shooting. And
that will certainly be on the mind of investigators as they continue to figure out exactly what led up to that shooting that happened there earlier tonight. We're going to continue to ask some questions and bring you the very latest.
Stabbed on a train in the UK. 9 people are with life-threatening injuries. The incident occurred in Cambridgeshire, 120 kilometres north of London. 2 people have been taken into custody. A man who was on the train has provided an insight into what happened.
One of the people that were coming through, I had my headphones on, then heard them say, they've got a knife, I've been stabbed. We were ushered out of the station from the platform, and there was multiple people that had been stabbed that was making their way down, but the suspect had also come off the train as well. So while we were being told to come out of the station, the suspect was obviously running rampant as well. As the police were coming through, like armed police, I said, I think that's the guy. And essentially as they got closer to him, I started shouting, like, get down, get down. He then was waving a knife, quite a large knife.
Police are on the scene investigating.
And 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we received a call. 4:05 was when the initial call came in to Brown University of a report of an active shooter. I can confirm that there are 2 individuals who have died this afternoon, and there are another 8 in critical status, those stable, at Rhode Island Hospital. Those are the only injuries or casualties that we know at this time.
Several people were killed Wednesday in the Israeli airstrike on the central Gaza city of Deir al-Balah, according to local officials. Footage from the aftermath showed clouds of dust billowing into the sky. Israel is facing mounting condemnation for its genocidal war on Gaza, where it has killed nearly 61,600 victims since October 2023. Last November, the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza.
Israeli airstrikes today hit a hospital in southern Gaza. At least 20 people were killed.
Among them, 5 journalists for international news outlets, including the Associated Press and Reuters. Imtiaz Tayeb has more, and we caution you here that some of the images in his report are graphic.
The killings were captured on live TV. News cameras were already trained on the Nasser hospital after an initial Israeli strike killed several people. A short time later, a second Israeli strike hit as first responders and journalists had already rushed to the scene. Among the more than 20 killed were medics and civilians, as well as journalists Miriam Abu Daga, who worked for the Associated Press, Hussam al-Masri, who was with Reuters, Mohammed Salam with Al Jazeera, Ahmed Abu Aziz, who worked with the Al-Quds feed agency, and the independent photojournalist Moaz Abu Taha. Abu Taha's brother Aldi told reporters, "I went to the morgue and I found his body without a head. I recognize him from his clothes. He's my little brother and my dear friend." In a statement, Israel's prime minister called the killings a, quote, tragic.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
It took nearly 4.5 years to build the World Trade Center South Tower.